All right, now that we've gone past that, let's hit reset.
Hey there, Steve Indig's recorded disembodied voice right here talking to you. The regular party will begin at the top of the hour. This is the pre-show. So glad that you could be here when the doors open and see some images throughout my life, pretty much chronologically. And coming up in half a minute, the rest of the audio for the pre-show is a recording of the legendary San Francisco surf band Ding City, recorded decades ago at the Paradise Lounge. When you hear someone singing in the band, well, if you want to call it singing, yeah, that's me, singing, growling, yowling, something like that. And I will see you in the flesh at the top of the hour for the party. Steve Indig here, thanking you for joining.
We are Ding City. Let's rock this place.
few changes behind here. Might as well get a few other thank yous out of the way. Thanks to Chris Farrow for opening up tonight. All right, Chris, thanks a lot. Let's see, who else? Thanks. Whoop.
We'd especially like to say thank you to all the folks at Auntie Pasta for putting up with our practices down there.
Yeah. The weekly Monday night ritual. Thanks to... Thanks to the strange way that we got this gig with partly with Brian at the DNA. Appreciate it. And thanks to Don Holiday and the whole Paradise Lounge. And speaking of Paradise Lounge, make sure that you're drinking up good and tipping your waitresses. They said they were going to have a special on all Mexican beers tonight for like a nickel for surf band, but I don't know. You have to ask the bartender. Let's see. Thanks to Calendar Magazine for all the free publicity we got in the current issue.
Just thanks to everybody.
All right, everyone's got their instruments. There's probably going to be a couple more big things before this is one, right? So we're famous for our love songs.
Yeah.
Many surf songs kind of make you want to do a certain kind of thing. And this is our specialty. A tribal surf love song. Oh, when the sun goes down and the moon comes up, I turn into a teenage groove. Yeah, I move through the city and I roll the streets. I'm looking for something that is nice to eat. You better talk when I show up. But I'm a nightmare like a local hotel bed. Well, way out body underneath that ground. Yeah, I'll get you, baby, with a little love. But my teenage fire in a groove. You better talk when I show up. Like a girl. Well, this city is a jungle, and I'm a beast. I'm a teenage tiger looking for a piece. Yeah, I want the most, but I'll take the least. I'm a good tiger and a teenage treat. You better talk and show up the good. At this time, I'd like to bring up our lead singer, fresh from a triumphant engagement in Tijuana,
my Casa de los Grand Putas.
Yeah!
Please welcome the Antichrist himself, the dog, the big dog, the shin dog.
We're broadcasting worldwide. My name is Francesca, and I'm super excited. I'm joined here in the studio with Steve Indig. Did I say that right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Hi,
good.
Francesca.
Good.
Hey guys, Chasta here for Soundwaves TV. Super excited to have a really cool dude who does many a thing hanging out with us today on Soundwaves TV. I've got Steve Indig with us of New Wave City.
Hi, everybody. Shindog from New Wave City here.
Hi there. This is Ben Torres here to help introduce the guy who got me on stage at the Makeout Room to do some Elvis. But he's the king, Steve Indig.
Well, there I am. I got my intro from the legendary Ben Torres, and he's just one of many special guests that are going to be here. Ta-da! It's time for my birthday party. All right, a bunch of you have been here for the pre-show. So Anna, there you go, Anna. Hey, and look at all these people now in gallery view. Hi, everybody. Whoa! So for those of you that were there so far, the pre-show was a slideshow through my life. The audio that you heard was a live recording of the band Ding City, the surf instrumental band of, yes, I was the lead vocalist. So they did work up a few vocal songs for me, and that was recorded live at the Paradise Lounge many decades ago. So I hope you all enjoyed that. So, hey, I'm nervous. This is so weird. So 10 years ago, Anna and I were, relatively new in our relationship, and it was coming up to my 50th birthday party. And on her urging, we really did a big party for that landmark date. And so since then, we've been talking about oh, you gotta beat your 50th. What are you gonna do? And of course, now we know what's happened the last 10 months. You can't throw a big party. But I decided to do this, and I've got some really great entertainers. In fact, this is like an opportunity that I couldn't normally do because they're beaming in from wherever they are. So we're going to have some really cool live music. And hey, I see, I can't even see everybody's screen, but I see a bunch of you. And Ben Torres, thank you for sending that intro. That I was very honored that you introduced me for my show.
That's
so
pretty cool.
Yeah. So here's what's going to happen, folks. So this is going out on 3 channels. I'm looking right now at my Zoom window and see you here. This is also being beamed to YouTube Live and the platform Twitch, where I've been doing online DJing. So just realize if your camera is shown, this is definitely a very public event, and I intend to save it as a permanent YouTube video. So just want to make sure you know that. So if you're on Zoom, you'll be able to do some interacting. And in fact, we've worked together some polls, like a quick little quiz that we'll introduce and pop up. So only the Zoom participants will be able to participate in the polls. Each platform has its own place to chat, and I won't be able to keep up with all the chat, but Anna will help me a little bit. Oh, and everyone will be muted for most of it, or we'll kind of call out when we'll invite you to unmute. So I just want to mention the lineup of the performers. Maybe you've heard me talking about some of them. So I'm just going to mention them by name in the order that they will appear. We have Paul Collins, Smokey Miles. Now, both of those happen to be coming in from the East Coast, from New York. So they're on first. And then Hank Maninger, Mitch Polzak, and Kitten on the keys. So they're all going to be performing in the next, within the next 2 hours, and then within the next 90 minutes or so. And I've also have some prepared videos that I hope that you'll have some fun along with me. And I do want to mention that if you are able and inspired to, please consider tipping the performers and or donating to one of my suggested charities. And Anna's going to help me to paste in that info right now. As each performer comes up, we'll put their tip information in for you. And the 2 charities are Wounded Warrior Project, that gives aid to veterans at woundedwarriorproject.org, and the ACLU, supporting civil rights via legal action and advocacy, ACLU.org. And the ACLU has been so crucial in these last 4 years, but their work is certainly crucial and ongoing. Okay, I have to refer to my notes. Did I say that I'm nervous? So let's see. Anna, I think it's time for poll question 1. This is an easy one. So when the poll comes up, those of you on Zoom should click your choice on the poll. And Anna, yeah, there it is. So click your choice on the poll quickly and pick one. I met Steve during this decade. Is it the 60s, the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, or the 2010s? So go ahead and pick your answer quickly, and let's end the poll. And the results. Let's see, are these the results? These are the results. So we got a few people each back to the 60s and the 70s, my relatives probably, and going up a little bit into most in the 80s and 90s. And then if I'm reading that right, that doesn't all add up to, oh no, there they are. That's the number, right? See, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I've never done a poll. All right, I know there's a few of my relatives that have met me since I was born, so cool. All right, we're going to stop the poll. So the first video I have, I mentioned that I put on a big party in my on my 50th birthday, and so I would have done probably something like this. I'm not going to perform at all. I'm going to have performers, but I actually performed. The band that we hired worked up a couple vocal numbers that I sang with them. So we're going to watch two videos in a row. First, back 10 years ago, me performing at my 50-year birthday party, and then a video showing you of kind of some things that I'm up to right now in the last couple of weeks. So go ahead and let's start, Anna, with the 50 party when I get old.
refrain of that song was what will I be like when I get old? And I guess this is it.
Hi, welcome to my garage. And as a little bit of part of that, welcome to my life, the life of my family, which I have gone on quite a journey of some discovery this past particular year that I'm going to share with you. So I'd started on a lot of things that were already in our garage at the beginning of pandemic, had time to go through things, and I already got rid of a lot of stuff. And then in June of last year, 2020, we emptied out our family home. And to make sure that I didn't lose any treasured items and mementos, I took as much as I possibly could to go through later. Empty boxes, and I've emptied out a lot of boxes. Here's a stack right here, photo albums already emptied. And I probably have had 2 stacks that size already that have gone. This is still all stuff to go through. For example, here's a box full of my stuff from Boy Scouts. Here's my beret, program from Eagle Scout. Here's my photo in the paper, getting my Eagle ceremony with my brother and my friend. The gold has been in this area full of photos, photo albums, loose photos. So now we're all the way back here. It used to come out to here, full of boxes of photos that I've been pretty successful in going through. Here's the last box of this kind that is still here in the garage. And these are my parents' travel photos, clearly labeled Egypt 87, Africa 2001, locally at Año Nuevo, and somewhere Utah 98, Washington DC 97. Okay, so again, there's been dozens of these books. So this is one dating from before my mom met my dad when she was in Minnesota, going to like events, ball games, going to the ice follies. And I like this one, going up to Minneapolis from her little farm town to see Liberace at the St. Paul Auditorium. Pretty cool. So this one is Steve's baby scrapbook. And we're gonna go to my workroom in the back and take a closer look. I'm really happy with how things are going so far in my photo organizing. My main divisions is my mom's family, my dad's family, our nuclear family of 4, my parents' travels, and then recently I've gone through my own personal photo albums, kind of starting in the 70s. I've got family photos on both sides, going back to the 1800s. And a lot of this is pretty precious stuff. This is my grandmother, Maggie Gertz, originally Calimbrum as a baby. And she was born shortly after 1900. And earlier than that, this is her family before she was born on their farm. I have the same on my dad's side. A lot of our family on this side know this one. My grandmother and her 2 sisters, they all had come from Europe, and the oldest sister was getting married. Great-grandparents on both sides, my Grandpa Joe and Grandma Ruth's dads. I showed you the scrapbook. Let's take a little closer look at Steve's scrapbook. Here is a certificate when I was born, St. John's Hickey Memorial Hospital, Anderson, Indiana, 5:37 a.m., Wednesday, the 1st of February, 1961. Steve and Ernest Indig, that's me. Ooh, early picture with Santa in the newspaper. This will certify that Steve Indig has flown on American Airlines on the 6th day of June in the year 1964. Entitles him to an interview with American Airlines chief pilot for the position of flight pilot. Got to get that interview. And it said I would be eligible for that interview in 1980. I missed it. This is probably the photo album that I will keep as is. Very nice, great condition, leather cover, says our family. Starting with my brother, who's a couple years older, and then me, baby pictures. Really nice portrait photos of those days. Look at young Steve Indig there. Hey, right behind me is another example of a cool item. This pillow, pretty obviously hand knitted on the front here. And my mom and her mom did a lot of hand knitted things, many of which I know exactly who did it. Slippers, blankets, and I assume this was probably from them. And then lo and behold, I saw in going through all these photos exactly where it came from. There it is on my grandparents' Indig's couch. Okay, and I think that's the end of that one. So, hey, that's what I've been doing, folks. I'm going through my stuff. I know that's been a big part of a lot of people's lives, but then I've had the unique thing happen of emptying out our family home, as I mentioned, over the summer. So now I've got the stuff from my parents and of my life during all that time. So I know Steve Indig's life through photos is a hard act to follow, but it's about to happen right now. So Anna, if you can start with spotlighting me, and let's bring in Paul Collins, our first performer tonight. So as he's coming in, I'll start talking a little bit that Paul, I forgot to get his albums. Well, some of his albums are right next to me. So if you can find Paul, Anna, let's spotlight him in with me. So I listened to Paul's music in the late 70s and into the early 80s. Definitely was a fan. And here he comes. Hi, Paul. And let's, Paul, unmute yourself. Okay. There you go.
Hi, Steve. Happy birthday.
Hey, thank you so much. So as we've covered, I thought about you, and then I started New Wave City and playing all this music from that time period. And I didn't know where you were. And then you started coming back around. I saw you coming to the Bay Area to tour. And one of those times that was at the Parkside, I wanted to I knew the people at the Parkside. I said, hey, let me help promote the show. And then we sort of met first electronically and then met at the show. And we've kind of kept in touch since then, and which I've also really enjoyed. And now we know each other a little bit. And you were like an early kind of idol of mine. So I'm very honored that you're here. And I know some other of my friends are big fans of yours too. And I know you said it was kind of coincidental, but during pandemic, you had your memoir come out that I have read and highly recommend. And then you've got a new release from the archive. So can you mention something about that briefly?
Steve, I'm sitting here with my new coffee table in front of me, and I just so happen to have a copy of the CD sitting on the coffee table, just in case somebody stops by. and I also have, my girlfriend loves this shit. Excuse me. I have a copy of the book too, sitting right here. I figured, if you have a coffee table, you might as well put those kind of things up. Steve, I got to tell you, I thought I had a lot of stuff. Oh my God, you got a ton.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how the archive record came out, which I'm so proud of this album because I literally carted around kind of like you had in your garage, but not so much space, 40 some odd years of cassettes that I could just never bring myself to throw out. And finally I went through them all and transcribed them to digital. And the result was this absolutely beautiful record that has all those little magic moments that most of us musicians and songwriters or whatever have on cassettes buried someplace that, you go, oh, if that could only come out. And I was lucky enough to finally get it to come out. So I'm very happy about that.
Awesome. So we're going, while Paul's performing, Anna's going to help put his info in the chat, and then we'll remind you at the end and to go to his website and info to tip him. So Paul, thank you. I'm going to turn it over to you and start your performance. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm going to rock out.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Steve. And thank you for inviting me, and hello to everybody. And I'm very happy to be with all the other performers tonight. This is the title track of my latest album called In and Out of My Head, written by my good friend, Paul Sting. I never replay. Deep in the back of my mind, she still remains. I'm trying to see, still striving to somehow break free, but I keep going in and out of my head. The broken memories scattered across time, well-worn excuses, accepted no lies. I'm trying to say, still denying the truth that remains, but I keep going in and out of my head. Never-ending dream that constantly haunts me, turned out to be love tangles and taunts me forever, yet never minding. Never-ending dream that constantly haunts brighter light. Lost alone in darkness has turned my day into night. I'm trying to do, still hoping to somehow get through, but I keep going in and out of my head, in and out of my head, in and out of my head, out of my head, out of my head, out of my head. Okay, this is the birthday request for Steve. I went down to check out the local disco show. Saw the people dancing on the floor. I wish there was a million ways to meet the girl next door. And if I just, this is what I'd say. I wanna be with the rock baby. I wanna be with the rock baby. I wanna be with the rock baby. I pick up the phone and get a dial. I call up a number, but nobody is on. I'm looking along my TV. They say there's someone calling me. I wish she would answer and give me her name. I wanna be with the rock baby. I wanna be with the rock baby. I wanna be with the rock baby. Come on now. I see them walking one by one. I hear them talking when they are gone. Just wants to leave you away. So you get there today. I really wanna talk, but what can I say? I wanna be with the rock baby. 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 All right, happy birthday there, Steve.
Cool. Thanks, Paul. Did you have? I remember we talked. Is that 2 or 3?
Well, that your counting is still good, Steve. That's 2. I think I'm gonna keep it at 2 because I couldn't figure out the good third one to play, and I
Okay.
know it's
All right.
important. You know how it is, and I didn't want to play some introspected singer-songwriter.
Okay. Well, you caught me by surprise a little bit, since I guess we talked to we talked about 3. So yeah, I know I saw a lot of stuff in the chat there that you know, people that are your fans are like delighted to see and hear you. And hey, everybody, this is the news. Paul Collins is among us. So Anna, could you please put up the slide? I almost forgot about that. So as we talk for a minute, we'll show the information. There it is.
Yeah.
Nice and big.
Oh,
So,
look
yeah.
at me. That's me when I had hair, and that's me when I didn't have hair. Look at all that. I saw Steve's hair. I said, "Oh my God." You could tell that, Steve.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 years today. I haven't had a haircut. I kind of got off track there.
Steve, I haven't had a haircut in 2 years, but I don't know what happened. It just doesn't grow.
So go and find Paul Collins online. The information was put in the chat. You can tip him and any and all the performers tonight. There's his tip information at PayPal. So Paul, I know we got to beat out the pandemic, and I hope that you'll be able to be coming around again and that we'll see you in the Bay Area, I would, I'll be there for sure.
Yes, and Steve, the way I met you this last round, I think you should take a little kudos because, Steve was really helping me out, like a lot of musicians just slogging it out across the country, playing this kind of music. Then sometimes, it's very hard to promote the shows because it wasn't exactly what you would call flavor of the month back then. And Steve was so generous and willing to help out. And it made a big difference. And it, it was really important to us. It was like there was someone else that was going to help us try to make it happen. And so, I really want to thank you for all the positive energy that you put into stuff like this.
All right. I appreciate that. It certainly is my pleasure. Okay, Paul. Well, you continue to take care. I know you got some weather to deal with there in New York, but stay inside and be safe.
Well, we got a snowstorm, but as I told Steve earlier, I have a crazy schedule in this pandemic, and this is way past my bedtime.
All right, Paul, this was a real treat. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. All right, Anna, I'm looking at my schedule. We're coming back on screen for a few words. So by the way, I think everybody knows Anna's my wife, and tonight she's my producer. She's down the hall in another room with all her screens open so she can press all the buttons and do all the magic. And I love you, of course. Thank you for a wonderful birthday day and for producing my party. Okay, so next is going to be the first of 3 parts of some friends from everywhere around the world, all through my life, who had something to say about me. And we're ready for that video number 1 right now, Anna. Well, this darn pandemic is offering some interesting opportunities, including things that I'm doing during this virtual party. And right now is a little bit of a version of the old TV show, This Is Your Life, if any of you may be familiar with that, where I have found people from my past that have something to say about me. And I'm really grateful for everybody that has responded. I've got relatives, I've got friends, I've got an old boss, I've got people that have known me since birth, teenagers, through my working life, all the way through. So let's get started with a very good friend of mine who had some great times here in San Francisco, and then he moved to Australia, but we've still been able to keep in touch and even see each other. And here he is, Dave Madden.
Hi everyone, this is David Madden from Melbourne, Australia. Happy birthday, Steve. I first met Steve in 1989 when I interviewed at Calendar magazine, and he was a whiz-bang salesman. But I didn't know that he was surreptitiously getting ready to go on holiday to Australia, and he just wanted all my Australian experience. But it was a great job. I loved it. It changed to SF Weekly and worked there through the 90s and reunited with Steve when he came back from Australia. He was a great guy to party with, always busy, always something going on, always invited me and my friends. And I thought he was a go, go, go guy. Until I went on holiday with him to Hawaii, and I was so excited to get on the plane with him. And during takeoff, I turned to talk to him, but he fell asleep literally on takeoff. So he's not go, go, go all the time. But I miss you, Steve and Anna. Hope to see you in Australia again soon, and hope everything is okay in San Francisco. Happy birthday. Lots of love.
A great many people know me from my work in movie publicity and marketing, and none of it wouldn't have happened if I didn't go to work for Bill Lanise Advertising in 1990. Bill was definitely a mentor, an important figure that introduced me to many things about the world of movie marketing, and including, since I was so young, when I got responsibility to work with the accounts, and I said, hey, I don't even have a wardrobe for it. So my boss went out and bought me some clothes, including this jacket. Thanks, Bill.
Hi, Steve. Bill Lanise here. Best wishes from Palm Springs, California. Here we are with all the celebrities that we went through in our lifetime. Best wishes. Thank you, Steve, for being in my life and all the wonderful things you did for me and Paramount Pictures. You're very well respected, and you're still doing well. So thank you for everything, and happy birthday. Take care.
Thanks, Bill. There sure were lots of adventures working for you, My first studio junket had me going to LA, sharing snacks with Leonardo DiCaprio and Juliette Lewis for What's Eating Gilbert Grape. When we opened Planet Hollywood, there I was kneeling below Arnold Schwarzenegger and got my picture in the paper touching Steven Seagal. That Coneheads movie promotion had me, coworkers, and friends wearing those silly rubber cones all over the Bay Area. And when we opened Godfather 3 and the media came to cover the press screening, there I was on TV, heading out of the screening right after the young Mick LaSalle. Good days, and it's a good thing I'm not shy. I'm standing here next to this family memento. I totally dig this painting. It hung above the couch in our living room of our family for many years. And you're about to meet the guy that has also seen this painting for many years. As the song goes, he ain't heavy, he's my brother. I know you love this shirt, Bob. Here's Bob Indig.
Hi, I'm Steve's brother, Bob. We all know that Steve has his own unique style and is a natural performer. Perhaps this story is the genesis of that. When he was around 8 or 9, we were still living in Schenectady, New York. He wore his undershirts inside out and backwards. Obviously, he didn't care what we thought. When I see pictures of him these days, sometimes I think he still doesn't care what others think. He also liked to wave at his own reflection in the dining room so much that our parents had to close the drapes so he could finish his dinner. So happy birthday, Steve. Welcome to the 60 plus club, the sad club. And have a great birthday, and I love you a lot.
My life is flashing before my eyes. Love you too, Bob. I think you're there. So yeah, my brother loves to tease me, but this I could frame that myself. I have edited all this, so you know, whatever bad they say about me, I can try and massage it. All right, well, we're going to go right into our next performer. And Anna, if you can help find Smokey. There he is. Let's see, can you spotlight us both together for a minute? So Smokey Miles, you see his tile is highlighted as Robert Miles. Okay, there we are. There's the two of us. So Robert Miles has some things in common with me. Well, I'll tell you that in a second, but you can find him all over the internet, especially as Count Smokula. Maybe, I don't know about that more than others, but he's got a crazy character, Count Smokula. So we've crossed paths many times during our lives because we have some family connection. Your mom, my dad, our first cousins, so we're cousins. But we didn't really, I didn't grow up around you, but there I was at a wedding. There I was at one of your performances and one of your movies played. And now we're in touch all the time. So you see he's identified as Robert Miles, but Smokey Miles is his performance name. So hello, Smokey.
Hello, Steve. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
I know.
I mean, when you say 60, it doesn't compute. Because
60 years. Yeah. So Bob is also beaming in from New York, where you're with your mom, my dad's cousin, like a dutiful son. Right. And you normally live in LA, where you do normally you do lots of crazy things, including all kinds of performances and appearances at events that, of course, have been canceled.
Oh yeah, well, but
so
this is happening.
Yeah. So glad to have this virtual event. And you still have I see you got your guitar. You got another instrument queued up for me after this one?
Oh, yes.
All right. Okay. I'm going to turn it over to you. So Anna, you can take my tile off. Take it away, Smokey.
All right. So, okay. I think I'll do the title song from my album called Waiting for the Hurricane, that's the title song. Now, I is the sound okay? Because I hate to say it, Paul's sound was a little.
Yeah. You are sounding pretty good right now, Smokey. Pretty good. Yep.
Because I want you to hear the words.
We got it, man.
Looked out my window, the clouds were hanging low. The twisted, tortured landscape was like a painting by Van Gogh. The seagulls doing spirals with a strange iridium. They disappeared and you could hear the change in the wind. Now we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. The sea begins to raging, the ground starts to rock. All doors are flung wide open, they're unhinged at the lock. The shepherd brings his sheep to shelter, each creature seeks its twin. But the sky's so dark and cloudy now, you can't see anything. While we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. By the moonlit windswept lighthouse, it's like a silent movie in the rain. Harlequins and jesters juggle bullets on the plain. The hermit's on the mountain watching the craggy earth spin. His lantern is his signal to let the lost and homeless in. While we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. In the caverns of the city, prophets scribble on the walls, sing elegies in the hallways where the drunken legions crawl. Outside neath the street lamp, faces of old gamblers grin. Underneath frozen awnings, old friends say, where you been? We've been waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. Some of them search for fortune, some are looking for fame. Some build their reputations, some preserve their name. Some are lost in madness, some wallow in their sins. You can watch them from the tower at the time the day grows dim. Now we're waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. River, a raft floats downstream. The sun casts of neon sparks, the barges cough up steam. There's a sudden shift in the weather, and the river swirls and spins. The oarsmen gather to the center to hold their strength back in. And I wait for the hurricane, and I'm waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. The highway in Babylon they call the road to the kings. Highwaymen go riding by with devils on their wings. In the forest of no return, in a fire-lit inn, 3 pilgrims have found shelter from the fierce pounding wind. I'm waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. Waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane, waiting for the hurricane to begin. Yay, thank you. All right, all right. Now, Steve asked me to do one thing. Is to play The Thundering Squeeze Box. And Steve, what can I tell you? In your honor. Da 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 da. This one I didn't get from any album. I had to come up with this one myself. It's called My Cousin Steve. My cousin Steve is a cool dude. He's got a very mellow attitude. He is sharp, he is witty. He's the DJ of New Wave City, where he spins our favorite sounds. Yeah, spins our favorite sound. We got common great-grandparents, you see, who came from way across the sea. Somehow my cousin Steve and I share some DNA. Oh my, DNA. My, oh my, hey! We get satisfaction finding things out about our families. It's pleasant, that's no doubt. Steve digs music and I do as well. That's a family trait. It rings our bells. Family trait. It rings our bells. My cousin Steve's a terrific guy, husband of Anna, daddy of Kai. They live and they work and they also play down by the San Francisco Bay. Down by the San Francisco Bay. Hey! Steve is the birthday boy. I hope his day is filled with joy. He may be getting older chronologically, but he'll always be my young cousin to me. Always be my young cousin to me. Everybody dancing. Hey, my cousin Steve is a cool dude. He's got a very mellow attitude. He is sharp, he is witty. He's Shin Dog of New Wave City. He's Shin Dog of New Wave City.
Okay, anybody else open your mic to applaud for that? That's certainly worthy. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes. Fantastic.
Okay.
You're like the Mona Lisa, my inspiration. And you got the hair to go along with it too.
Okay. So he's he's Count Smokula or Smokey, but to me he's Bob. Uh-oh. Yeah. I almost pulled out my Ethernet. Don't do that. I'm so excited about hearing you. So I got to say, so I talk and Zoom with Bob regularly. And the other day when we did a tech check for this, and he wanted to make sure that the accordion came through, and he made up like half of that song like on the spot, because that's what this guy's talent is like. So thanks for fleshing that out into such a monumental, epic song. That was a lot of fun.
What about the X-rated version?
Uh-oh. So yeah, I saw somebody chatting in there.
That was Brian, not me.
Anna, I think it's time to mute those rest of those people now. Oh yeah, we got to share Smokey's slide here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So here you go. Send Smokey a tip if you're so inspired and able to do. And there's his incredible website. How did you come up with such an incredible website?
From you, Steve, with your help and assistance, because here I am like a vegetable. You know?
Yeah, Bob or Smokey has been a little bit of my guinea pig of said, I've been thinking of trying to do this. Why don't we do that for you? We'll make a website. We'll try and make a T-shirt, and we're still working on some stuff like that.
God bless you. Now I'm famous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're having a great time and things are getting done.
Yeah. So please check out SmokeyMiles.com, and all the performers deserve your support tonight. Thank you for being here. And wow. Oh, I was going to say, some of our friends were saying that we're gonna put some synthesizer beats to that song and make it a hit at New Wave City.
Perfect. I love it.
Bob, I love you. Thanks for beaming in and performing for us. That was a real treat.
Happy birthday.
You know, you can't get away from me. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, cool.
All right. Hang out if you want.
I should mute myself.
Yeah, if you like. So Anna, go ahead and what's next here? Oh, hey, we got another poll question. Time for another poll question. So when the poll question comes up, those of you on Zoom, get to your keyboard. Hey, here it is. Steve has hit the surf in all of these places except one. Which one have I not hit the surf? Is it Ocean Beach, San Francisco, Surfers Paradise, Australia, Mavericks, Half Moon Bay, California, Oahu's North Shore, or Miami Beach, Florida? So which of those places have I not hit the surf? Votes are coming in a flurry. I see the votes coming in, and we're going to hit our 30-second mark and 2 seconds. So Anna, go ahead and end the poll and let's see the results. So those are the results. Okay, most of you were, no. The top vote answer was, well, I misspelled it, Miami Beach, Florida. Maybe that's why you guessed that. I have definitely gone in the surf at Miami Beach, but I have not gone in the surf at Mavericks Half Moon Bay, that basically only breaks for experts way out to sea. And I am just not that kind of person for the surf. So yeah, all the other places and many more. That's one of my passions, as people know. Okay, poll number 2 has concluded. Time for another magnificent performer. And let's welcome Hank Maninger.
Hey, Steve, happy birthday, buddy.
There's Hank and Lynn ready to go. Nice. All right.
Can you hear us?
So Hank, I gotta have just a short chat with, we've covered all this stuff before, but to share with everybody. So Hank was the bass player for Bonnie Hayes and the Wild Combo. And before Paul performed tonight, Paul Collins, I was talking to him and he wanted to know who the other performers were. And so I mentioned you and Bonnie Hayes. So he definitely had interfaced with the band, like playing together or whatever. He doesn't remember if he like knew or met you directly, but.
No, when Paul and I met was when I was on tour in Spain with the Hacienda Brothers.
Wow.
Yeah,
so more recently.
Yeah, we hung out around 2003, 2000, or no, it was probably 2004, 2005. Hacienda Brothers were in Spain. Paul was in Spain. And also, our mutual friend Chris Von Snydern, years ago in the late 90s sometime, Paul was working with Chris, and I was also. So yeah. Nice. But I remember being a young guy in the late 70s in Danville, listening to I wanna be with a rock and roll girl. I wanna be with a rock and roll girl. I wanna be. Yeah, I'm screwing it all up.
And he's still out playing that, and he's played it a little while ago tonight.
That's a great song.
But you,
I like his new song too.
Yeah. But you, when I went to see Bonnie Hayes and the Wild Combo at the Stone, and went to get a drink at the bar, and it's like, that's the bass player in the band. He's just like here at the bar, like a normal person. And that's the first time.
I was rude to you too, right?
No. I can't imagine you being rude to anyone. So that's when I remember meeting you. Yeah. But then a long time went by, and I realized that like all these kind of shows that you've been doing now for years, that was your name. And I went to the shows before I ever came up and said hi. And so now we have a little history that we're going to talk a little bit afterwards. And Lynn, your lovely wife and wonderful performer, your partner also in Nashville Honeymoon. So I don't know which order you're going to do stuff, but I'm going to turn it over to you for your couple songs. And I can't wait because you're always awesome. So I'm ready. Go for it.
Thank you, Steve. And thanks for having us. We sure do appreciate it. Hey, you asked for a classic old surf cover. And I thought, it's your 60th birthday. You know what never ends, Steve? Summer. So we're going to do the theme from Endless Summer. Oh, thank you. How was that? Was that okay?
You're muted, Steve.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm muting because I didn't want to interrupt you. Yeah, you sound fine, more than
That's
fine, and your musicianship, of course, is out of this world.
So
Thank you.
good. So good. Oh,
Is the mix good?
Yes.
Just good.
Oh, good, good, good.
It was
beautiful.
perfect, Hank. It was perfect.
Who's is that Paul?
Yeah, it was
Hey, Paul, how
perfect.
you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Don't encourage him, Hank.
no.
Oh, I know, right? Paul, tone it down, buddy.
To hear that on acoustic was such a
Hank,
treat.
It was a
that was
treat.
gorgeous. Hank, I
Oh,
believe it. Fantastic.
thank you.
And your lovely wife.
Hey.
Too. What a wonderful
That was
accompaniment.
gorgeous. Hank, I believe it. Fantastic.
Thank you.
And your lovely wife.
Hey.
What a wonderful
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Hank, I believe it. Fantastic.
Hi, Hank.
Who is it? Who said hi? Anna?
Yeah, I don't know, but Hank, I
You
think
said
we
hi.
can go on adoring your.
Hi, it's
musicianship for a
Dulcie.
while.
You guys sound great. Good to
Dulcie
see
Farmer.
you.
Hi, Dulcie.
There you go. I think we can go on.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a Nashville honeymoon song. So we have two Nashville honeymoon CDs that we put out. They're available in all of the internet outlets that don't pay anything. So if you want one, buy it directly from us. But do what you do. But this is a song called "One More Night," and it's a rocker. I'm gonna rock out on the acoustic, and Lynn's gonna accompany me. This is a song Lynn and I wrote together. All about it's about those young crazy days. Remember when we used to get thrown in jail all the time it was a contest. When I knew Steve in the 80s, we'd see each other in the week and say, "You get thrown in jail this weekend?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You get out?" "Yeah, we're okay." That was just how life was back then, right, Steve?
Yeah.
Don't answer to
We got to ride in the back of cop cars. They just took us around looking for our car. It was cool.
Yeah,
Outside the
well,
I-beam.
actually, I'm a pretty straight-laced guy, but this song, Lynn and I wrote, we were thinking about that old movie with Sissy Spacek and Martin Sheen, Badlands. Remember that movie?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. NBC specials.
Dude, that is such a great movie.
Such a great movie.
I mean, tearing around in an old Cadillac like that, like man, that's just that movie has a feel to it.
Oh, it does. It does. But I need like escapism. I was watching Notting Hill with Julia Roberts, and it was too much for me. I was like, too much drama. I'm joking. Anyway, I'm gonna play the song out. We were young and starry-eyed, got out for a little joyride. I heard the siren scream, I thought it was a dream, but I had to go and serve my time. I went out with a mighty bad crowd, did things of which I'm not that proud. You tried to draw a line, telling me I lose my mind, but I never thought you'd leave my side. I know that I made a big mess of things, but I'm here to try to put it right. Now, can I get through alive without you, or maybe even one more night? Now I'm gonna try to win your love, make up for the things that I've done. But when I went away, another fella came to stay, and he offered you the moon above me. I knew that I made a big mess of things, but I need to try to put it right. Now, can I get through alive without you, or maybe even one more night? Now I'm gonna ask you one more time if we can make the church bells chime. Just give me one last chance, baby, save me one last chance, and I'll love you till the end of time. Well, I'm gonna ask you one more time if we can make the church bells chime. Just give me one last chance, baby, save me one last chance, and I love you till the end of time. Or maybe give me one more night. Yeah, maybe give me one more night. Well, maybe give me one more. Well, maybe give me one more night.
Yeah. All right, Nashville honeymoon.
Oh yeah.
Sounded great. Hey, Anna, go ahead and
honeymoon record, 2-Bit Town.
pardon me.
That's on our latest Nashville honeymoon record, 2-Bit Town.
So Anna, while I talk to Hank and Lynn for a second, bring up that slide, please. And so you guys, it's been great, coming to hear you perform, getting to know you.
Oh, God.
Moderately so. I mean, you're my friend. I love you, and you're awesome. You're an awesome couple and great family, and you're making wonderful music.
Your crazy days are not over yet, though. So
yeah.
And Steve, remember you helped us do promo for our very first record, and it was so appreciated.
Of course. Yeah, that was a wonderful project.
Yeah, man.
And it's great. Like it's gonna be back when I know. Actually, now that today's Monday, so you performed Saturday night at our mottos, is that right?
Yeah, and we'll be back there on February 13th,
Yeah.
6:30 to 8:30.
So the outdoor performing is back.
We're actually in the second story window of a motto facing Valencia Street.
Okay.
So the speakers are coming out some open windows. We're behind glass.
Cool.
it's a very ingenious setup.
Very good. All right. So we're going to bring in another person
Hi,
while you
Hank
guys,
from
while you
Sharon.
stay here. And because we have a nice little triumvirate group here performing. There he is, Mitch Polzak. Hi,
Hey,
Mitch. Hey,
Hey,
you're
hi.
muted, so unmute yourself.
Hey, guys.
We're going to talk for a minute before we go into Mitch's set. And it's been great that I've done these Elvis parties with Hank really being so, I don't know, incredible, or helping organize everything and organizing the band. And Mitch has been part of that, and like your dynamic performance on stage, Mitch. So I appreciate you guys so much for making these Elvis parties so great. And in fact, so the whole idea, Hank knew this because I talked to you a year ago and said that I wanted to, for my birthday party, do basically the Elvis tribute night, which would have been last night at the Makeout Room. That was the idea. Let's do the Elvis party because it's one of the most fun things I do, and we'll make that my birthday party. And I'll invite all my friends for free, and maybe we'll promote it to the public and sell a few tickets. So we couldn't do that, but here you are joining me anyway, here on the internet. So I don't know, I just wanted to have a chance to bring the three of us together, and seeing you guys at Viva Las Vegas too was great. So
yeah.
Tell me something about that before we say bye to Hank and let Mitch play. It's been great, you guys.
Well, that was so exciting to play Viva Las Vegas with Mitch, and we got to share the stage with. We went on before Dwayne Eddy, Jerry Lee Lewis, Stray Cats, a bunch of great bands played before us, and Deke Dickerson sat in with us. That was a great day, Mitch.
That was so awesome, man. I every time I look at the pictures from that, I filled with gratitude. Hank, I love to play with you so much. You know that. I tell you that all the time, man. And for those, as you guys know, Hank's a total badass, and him and Lynn together are also fantastic. But man, getting to play with you, Hank, and collaborate with you and write songs with you, it all makes sense, and it always has, man. You get it on the big level. And so many times, that's about the big picture. I love the way you say that, man. I know where it's coming from. So it's just to be and roll with you, and
what are all the acts that you guys play together? Tell me.
Well, we have the Seducers.
Yep.
We have the High Tide Trio, which is that's where Mitch and I switch off on guitar and bass. And actually, it was funny because the woman who booked the Club Deluxe, she thought the Seducers was a surf band or something. There was some confusion about what band it was. But we have the High Tide Trio where we switch off, and then of course we have Mitch Polzak and the Royal Deuces, and then occasionally other things pop up, right? But those are the three main ones, right, Mitch?
Yep. Yeah, those ones.
Mitch is just so bursting with talent, man. It's like you're on stage with that guy, and you don't even realize. You feel like 5 minutes has passed, and you realize, my God, we've done a 10-hour set.
I know, man. I get to go so hard making good music. It's just I don't want to stop.
Yeah. He's the only guy I've ever had to play with. I always have to bring my secret pee bag with me. And it's okay.
Oh man, it's awesome, Hank. I love it.
I do too.
Okay. Well, Hank, we're going to say goodbye to your screen, but hang on because we're going to make way for Mitch to show us his showmanship and charisma. So Mitch, thank you so much for being here, and we can talk again a little bit after. Mitch does online performances twice a week, so he's prepping for tomorrow night, I'm sure. So thanks for making time tonight.
Oh man, it's an honor to be asked, Steve. The Elvis tributes with you have been great, and see Hank and Lynn at least like this, it's like I miss you guys, man. So it's Steve, you're bringing good people together like you always do, man.
Thanks, Mitch. Okay, well, Anna, why don't you turn my screen off, and Mitch, take it away.
All right. Well, Steve had requested. Well, first of all, right here we're on the set of the Polzak Ponderosa that Marlene and I broadcast from. And Steve, you had asked for a couple of numbers, and this first number is what I'm going to play for you that I came up. This is my arrangement of the great Ennio Morricone song for a few dollars more. And this is one that I love to do with Hank and Les. That just, it's so much fun. And normally, Ennio Morricone writes for a 40-piece band. So we normally do this as a 3-piece. So right now, I'm going to do it for you as a one-man band. So let's go ahead and make this happen. Now, if the sound starts to cut out, let me know. I can adjust a little bit of the audio. So don't want you guys to miss it. But without any further ado, for my buddy Steve Indig, I'm going to channel Hank Maninger's magic. And I'm going to envision Les James is over here. Here is the great Ennio Morricone classic for a few dollars more, usually performed with a 40-piece orchestra. Then pared down to a 3-piece band with Hank and Les. Now, due to the pandemic, one dude. I hope you enjoy it, friends. Right on.
Right on.
So I wanted to show you guys this. Hank, you especially. I keep very special things at the Polzak Ponderosa so that when I'm playing and Marlene and I are doing our live shows, I can look over at the wall and get inspired. So one of the pictures I keep up.
Nice.
Oh, that's so great, Mitch. That's in Hayward at the B Street Bistro.
Yeah.
Great picture.
Oh, that's a fun gig, man. We'll be back there, Mitch.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And yeah, so, you know, especially when I'm doing any songs that we wrote on Risque Riot, I look over at this and just I think about you a lot, man. Both, you know, musically and personally. So you're a part of the Ponderosa here, Hank.
Yeah, man. And you remember the day that Eddie Kendrick came and played with us?
Dude, that was so awesome. You didn't tell me it was a surprise, and like I looked over and like there was Eddie. Like, what Eddie? And oh man, he's like, I'm just gonna bring the second guitar, you know, just in case.
Yeah,
that
just
was great,
okay.
man.
No, I love it on the couple of times when we've had a bass player and it's me and you on guitar with a good bass player, man. It's so killer.
Oh, dude, absolutely, man. You know, we have enough common ground, but we each have our own style, and we both know how to play together. I mean, yeah, when we did that down at the Rhythm Collision too, where you and I were both playing, and that was cool. Any combination, man.
And Russell
Scott.
Russell Scott was on bass.
Yeah.
And we had two drummers, man. Remember?
That's right. Les and Axel.
Yeah. Yeah, we were like the Allman Brothers.
It was good, man. Yes, it was a powerhouse of sound.
Yeah.
Tastefully done.
Hey, Sharon. Hey, sounded great, Mitch. What are you going to do?
Well, let's see. Steve asked for a banjo number, so I've got.
Taking over from Steve, by the way.
What's
Go
that?
ahead. I'm taking over from Steve.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
Nice emceeing, Hank. Nice.
Robert, you brought the accordion out, and that song was so awesome that I love to see we've got an accordion. Now I'm going to bring out a banjo. And I'm going to put on, as you guys know, one of my favorite colors is chrome. So I'm going to put on some chrome here. Chrome. Actually, NP2s. These are an alloy of nickel and stainless steel. And
Wait a second. You have permission to play a banjo, Mitch?
yes, I do.
You got a license
permission.
for that thing? Got a license for that thing?
Well, in most states, however, this banjo is smog exempt, so I can operate it without a permit and hopefully not get fined. You know, so that's a good thing.
Cool.
However, I'm going to go like this because the quilter here, Hank, sounds really good with the banjo. So.
Yeah.
Woo, there we go. It's popping tonight. So, Steve, in honor of being part of your 60th birthday party and that you requested a banjo number, I thought, you know, Hank's going to be here. Why don't I do a number that Hank and I normally do? And this is about as close as we can get to doing this. And then I got a total surprise for you because I got a Huboy machine hooked up here. And so I'm going to do this one. And then since this would have been an Elvis thing, I've got something in store for you. Get out, boys, go back home, back to the girls you love. Freedom right, never wrong. I'm out with gas can love. Running the night in the hot cold wind on the trail of the old lonesome pine. Thinking of you and feeling so blue, wondering why I left you behind. Get out, boys, go back home, back to the girls you love. Freedom right, never wrong. I'm out the gas can love.
I'll be there. You whisper to me as I held your hand. You said, hope this night will never end. Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girls you love. Treat them right, never wrong. How mountain gals can love. Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girls you love. Treat them right, never wrong. How mountain gals can love. So this for you, Steve. Well, that's all right now, Mama. That's all right for you. That's all right now, Mama. Just any way you do, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Any way that you do. Well, Mama, she done told me. Papa told me too. There's something that girl you're feeling now. She ain't no good for you, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Any way that you do. Now let's Scotty go on the banjo now. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Any way that you do. Right now, I need your love. I need your love. Well, that's all right now, Steve. Happy birthday to you. That's all right for you. That's all right now, Mother. Just you do, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mother.
Oh, anybody unmute your mic and let's hear some applause for this amazing music.
Man, boy, that was good.
Yeah.
Right, Mitch.
That was awesome.
Oh man,
Thank you.
You rule, Mitch. You
Put
rule.
an Elvis banjo tune in there, Steve.
Way to go.
Anna, please bring up Mitch's slide if you could, so everybody will see the information. So I mentioned before that you perform twice a week, Tuesday and Friday. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, my lady Marlene and I started that back in March, and it was her idea. And together we have put what is called Banjo Bonanzas on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we like to call it. And I'll do banjo and mandolin. Hank, I've been busting my ass on mandolin, man, so I'm no longer a mandolin owner, I'm a mandolin player, or striving to be one.
Oh,
And
good.
then-
You know, it's tuned in fifths, right? Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's right. And then Marlene and I do a show called Live from the Polzak Ponderosa every Friday from 6 to 9, and we have a different theme each week to keep it interesting. And we had actually Les James on last Friday, and this Friday, we're going to have two-time Grammy Award-winning violin player Mads Tolling on. And normally it's just her and I, and we kind of check in with other musicians to see who's been quarantining, because we don't want to take any chances. So if it works out that we can do that, we've only had like 4 guests over 46 episodes. So it's fun. I love working with her. You know, we normally go over 3 hours too. We call that bag fry time, but it's a good time.
Totally. So Tuesday and Friday nights, and of course, I mean, it is out there free, but tonight and when Mitch is on, tips are very appreciated, trying to make it in this time. And Mitch, I so appreciate you coming in here. And it's funny, I said at the very beginning that when we started, I was a little nervous. This is kind of a weird thing for me, and if I was in a club, I'd probably be fine. But so you have your producer, I have mine. Anna's down the hall,
nice,
pressing all the buttons for me, and we've been working on this for a while. But just like kicking back and hearing these performances, it's exactly what I wanted. I want to have a good time, and for good music, I don't want to just listen to things by myself. Share it with friends. There's a lot of people out there that are appreciating it too. So find Mitch on Tuesday and Friday night. And I tell you, I just got the vibe of like being at the Club Deluxe and you and Hank just BSing back and forth like you just did.
Awesome, man.
Like you're in your living room. But actually, I think we are in our living rooms. Anyway, Mitch, thank you so much.
Dude,
you got your mic unmuted.
This is an
Another
honor.
hand for Mitch.
That was fantastic, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you online and see you in person whenever we can.
Right on.
Take care,
Awesome.
Mitch.
Great seeing you, Mitch.
Oh, Hank, you too, man. You too, Lynn.
Okay, Anna, I think it's time for another poll. Let's bring up poll number 3. Steve's poll number 3. New Wave City is now in its 29th year. What venue hosted the first New Wave City? I-Beam, Cat Club, Trocadero, El Rio, or King Street Garage? Select your choice. And we've got a few seconds. What venue hosted the first New Wave City? Get those votes coming in. Get those choices coming in. Okay, we're at 30 seconds. And the poll. So most people chose the I-Beam. Okay, this is a trick question. The first event that Skip and I did was called the I-Beam Reunion Party at the I-Beam. The first New Wave City event was a number of months later at El Rio. So only a few people got it. 3 people. So if Skip's here, hopefully he got it. Probably Paul. And of course, we have done events at all those places, and can't wait to do them again. Yes, it was a trick question. Trick you. Okay, got to end my poll. Okay, so got to look at my schedule. Hey, it's time for the next video of Steve's friends. So Anna, I would love to see Mitch again, but let's get share the next video of Steve's friends. There it is. I'm standing here in front of my personally autographed David Bowie poster to bring on the man who I first saw David Bowie with. And, sometimes somebody from your teenage years, most of those people are long gone. You don't even think about them. But this special person, we've always remained in each other's lives. The one and only F.J. Pratt.
Hey, Steve. It's FJ, a voice from your very distant past. And I'm here to say happy 60th birthday. Now, Steve, you and I, as I mentioned, we go way back. So way back, we met in Scouts. Remember this? Merit badges, I still have it. Do you still have yours? So I think I really met you when I was 16. And that was Order of the Arrow. Yep, still got the sash. And you and I were the fancy visual. You couldn't get any higher than that. And you, if I recall, you were like the lodge chief. Anyhow, we got to be very fast friends. You got us tickets to see David Bowie at the Stages tour, that was my first time seeing Bowie, and that was mind-blowing. You took me to see Elvis Costello was the headliner, and I think it was Nick Lowe and Mink DeVille. So, Steve, you've been a good friend. I was so lucky to have met you. so many years ago. I love you, pal. Happy birthday. And we'll talk soon. Bye.
So a great number of people know me from my nightclub party, New Wave City. Not just my nightclub party, something that I've done with this other guy for now going into 29 years, New Wave City. We even got a proclamation from the late Ed Lee for New Wave City Day in San Francisco. Couldn't have done it without you. Here's DJ Skip.
Hey, it's Skip up in Portland, Oregon. I met Steve through our mutual friend, Paul McGregor. The three of us later ended up in a band together. It was a surf instrumental band, and Steve was our vocalist. We played together for a few years, and when the band broke up in the summer of 1992, I had this idea that I wanted to throw a new wave dance party at the old I-Beam nightclub on Haight Street. So I picked Steve as my partner, and the two of us put together this great party that went really well. And we kept doing a few more, and it eventually evolved into New Wave City, which somehow, almost 29 years later, is still going, making it probably one of the longest running dance parties in the world. We used to have this tradition at New Wave City. For last call, one of us would buy the other a shot of tequila. So I'm gonna raise this glass of tequila here for Steve. Say, happy birthday, buddy. Miss you. Happy 60th. Ooh, that's good. See, I told you the 15th take would be a good one.
From changing diapers to pushing her on the swing, reading bedtime stories, driving her to school, teaching her how to drive, the journey continues with me and my daughter, Kai. And here she is.
Hi, I'm Kai, Steve's daughter. So I've known him for 17 years. And one moment that was cool was a Halloween. We went to a movie, like a movie premiere kind of thing for the Berlin Festival thing. You dress up as like animals or something like that. So I dressed up as a cat and like had like all the makeup and stuff. Then I wanted to like do like face paint on my dad, so I did face paint on his face, and it's literally just like blobs of color. So yeah, that's one thing that happened that's pretty cool. So yeah, happy birthday.
The kid cracks me up. All right. Oh, so this is so much fun. I'm loving seeing all you guys there, noticing your comments. And there's one more of those videos from friends coming up, but it is time. Yes, I'm looking at my schedule for another performer, actually our final performer. So Anna, if you will spotlight her in. Kitten on the keys. I knew her by her actual name once upon a time. So there's me. Where's Kitten? So here she comes.
Hi.
So, hey.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Kitten, Suzanne. So we know each other from quite a few years ago.
1981.
Yes. San Francisco State University, KSFS Radio.
Amazing with Cammie.
That's right. Cammie's here as well. I saw her hanging out.
Yay.
Yay. So yeah, I actually looked I wanted to show it off. It's out there on the internet. There's the picture of you as a punk rocker in front of like the crowd going into the opera, like the gala opera.
Oh, isn't that weird?
I've seen it before. It was like in the Chronicle or something, So
on the front page, it's like I felt like the little match girl or something.
Well, you've gone on to be such an icon here locally, and I've enjoyed a lot of your things that you've done all in so many different ways. So thank you for being here tonight, and somebody that I've known for a long time, and I have a lot of affection and enjoy your art and performance and everything. So can't wait to see what you got in store for me. So go for it.
Happy birthday. And we mentioned a little David Bowie. And so this David Bowie song goes out to you. his face. After this long black hair, his animal grace. Boy in the bright blue jeans, he jumped down from the stage. Lady Stardust sang a song of darkness and disgrace. And he was alright. And was all together. Yes, he was alright. And the song went on forever. Yes, he was awful nice. He was really quite out of sight. And he sang all night long. Femme fatales emerged from shadows to watch this creature fare. Boys stood upon their chairs to make their point of view. I smiled sadly for a love I could not repay. Lady Stardust sang a song of darkness and dismay. And he was alright. The band was all together. Yes, he was alright. And the song went on forever. Yes, he was so awful nice. He was really quite paradise. And he sang all night long. Oh, how I sighed when I asked if I knew his name, for he was alright. The band was all together. Yes, he was alright. And the song went on forever. Yes, he was awful nice. He was really quite paradise. And he sang all night long. Yay, David Bowie! And you mentioned that your mom liked Liberace. Oh my God, I got a Liberace snow globe and a Liberace ring on right here. So I have one more song for you. It's a short little song. And I was thinking, oh my God, I have known Steve since like 1981. And that seems like a long time ago. And so I thought I'd play this little Ramones song, which is kind of around that era. And well, I barely remember the 80s and the 90s. So here we go. 2, 3, 4, 20, 20, 24 out to go. I wanna be sedated. Oh, nothing to do and nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. Just get me to the airport, get me to the plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. I can't control my fingers and I can't control my brain. Oh no, 20, 20, 24 out to go. I wanna be sedated. Oh, nothing to do and nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. Oh, put me in the wheelchair, get me to the plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. I can't control my fingers and I can't control my brain. Oh no, Everybody, let's sing for Steve. It goes like this. 2, 3, 4. Ba, 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 ba. I wanna be sedated. Ba, 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 ba. I wanna be sedated. Ba, 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 ba. I wanna be
Happy birthday!
Suzanne, Kitten, one of a
That
kind.
was awesome.
One of a kind.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh man, what a performance style. So Anna, let's show Kitten's slide for a moment with her information. And I know you seem to keep yourself pretty busy creatively during pandemic. Tell us the kind of things that you're doing.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, it's too bad that we can't rehearse with our Captain Beefheart tribute band at the moment. That's sort of sad. But I've been making little videos online, which has sort of been fun. And I use a lot of like toy pianos and just try to experiment. And then I fell in with the nicest crowd of piano players from Martuni's. And we do a thing on Saturday nights called Bridge Bang. And it's between Martuni's Piano Bar and the Alley, which is like the oldest piano bar. Like it's, I think like 55 years old. And they have some like pretty amazing keyboard players. And we all meet up on Saturday night and people come in and watch us online and request songs. And let me tell you, I'm playing everything. It's all like sight reading and just coming up with it on the spot. And it's really fun.
Cool. So
Yeah.
what platform is that on? How do people find
That
out?
is
about
on Facebook Live on the
Okay.
Alley piano bar or
Got it.
Martuni's piano bar. And then I'm doing a show. It'll be my second time I'm a guest on the show in Las Vegas. And I'll be performing there. It's kind of like burlesque oriented. And then I'm going to be emceeing a burlesque David Bowie show, which is crazy. I know,
Okay.
it's so cool.
Okay, so I know me and some other friends and people might want to know about that. What's the information on that?
The information on that, it's called Peep Show Burlesque. They have a Facebook page. And why don't you just come find everything on my Facebook page, which
Okay.
is Kitten on the Keys. And I update everything there because I don't have all the information about the Bowie. I know it's this month, I believe on the
Okay.
23rd.
Okay. Well, you're being very creative. I've peeked at a lot of your YouTube videos. They're a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being part of this.
Happy
And
birthday.
glad to see you virtually. Thank you for the birthday wishes and the Bowie and the cool Ramones. Okay. Bye, Kitten. So let's see. Anna, I got to look at my schedule. Steve's going to say a few words. I'm saying them now. And it's time for the last of the 3 videos of Steve's friends sending him their little video tribute. So here it comes. Let's see, Anna. Here it comes. Thank you, babe. I'm here inside our home's own little tropical paradise to introduce our next guests. My dad, Maurice, had just one sibling, his sister, Hannah, and she started her children with my older cousin, Mark, who's a great guy with a sweet family. But sorry, Mark, you're just not as adorable as your 2 sisters. My cousins, Doreen, same age as me, and her younger sister, Karen, who now live in San Diego. And I'm so jealous. They're there at the beach. I wish I could be there, but I'm glad to hear from you. Here they are.
Hey, hi, Steve. Hi, Steve.
Happy
60th birthday.
Hey, we are here with your favorite things.
Your cousins.
No.
No.
No, the boogie board on the beach. Steve loves that, but
You do.
we might be a second favorite things.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to say happy birthday, and we were starting to talk about some of the memories. And Karen, remember the Indiana, when they lived back in Indiana, we'd visit?
No.
Yeah, we were really little. I
No.
can hardly remember that one, but I do remember. And then they moved to Schenectady. You remember that?
No.
Really?
No.
We even went to Uncle Roger's, and they were there.
No, nothing.
Well, I remember that. And of course, Steve, I remember the day that Elvis Presley died because we were together when we heard that news.
No.
Okay, so yes, we could talk about San Diego when he came to visit.
San Diego.
You.
I remember going to Little Italy and having dinner at the place of Little Italy.
And we have enjoyed some other visits too with you.
Yes,
down
we
here.
have.
And
Yes,
we
we have.
love Anna.
We love Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Mwah. We love you, Anna.
All right, Steve, we're wishing you a very happy
60th birthday from the beach, your favorite place.
Yes.
Happy
And your favorite cousins,
And favorite
apparently.
cousins. Okay, bye. Happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful celebration.
You guys know the big kahuna, the little chihuahua? You know, I didn't really want a dog. Guess who talked me into getting a dog? But it was actually quite a good idea. We liked the little guy. So of course, 10 years ago was my 50th birthday party, and my girlfriend at the time was the one that encouraged me to do a great big party that was a ton of fun. So I guess that was enough to marry her. And you know, there's been a lot of weird things during pandemic, but if your marriage has made it through this last year like ours has, then there's a lot of power to that. So I love you. Here she is, Anna Indig. Of course, I'm only saying this because she's standing right there recording me. Anna, are we done yet? Are we done yet?
Happy birthday, husband. Sexy is a big deal, and I'm so happy to be celebrating with you as you enter the next phase of your century. I wanted to take a moment just to say these few words. You are the sweetest, caring, generous, funny, larger than life, curious, adventurous, thoughtful, talented, genuine human being I've ever met, and I'm so grateful to call you my husband. I hope you celebrate your special moment as you're surrounded by everyone that loves you because you deserve to be celebrated. Cheers to celebrating many more moons and milestones. I love you past infinity and beyond. Happy birthday, husband.
Indeed. She's right there. She's just down the hall. I had to go down the hall and give her a kiss while that video was playing. So mwah, to Anna and to all of you, my wonderful friends, relations, loved ones in so many ways. So let's see, we have the last poll question. Let's go ahead and do the last poll question. If that can come up. It's not very, it's the last poll question. It's not really that climactic, but let's do it anyway. Which one of these is not one of the nightclub parties that Steve has put on? So all those names are a party that I've put on except one. Ballroom Blitz, Glitter, That 70s Club, Bowie Elvis Bash, or New Wave City. Which one is not a name of a nightclub party that I have put on? Time is going by, make your choice, dun, dun, dun. Almost 30 seconds. And done. Okay, most people guessed That 70s Club. That is correct. So Glitter was a party that I did on weeknights at the Covered Wagon CW Saloon for a little while. It was a 70s night. And Ballroom Blitz was kind of my main secondary club party that I did in the 90s, initially by myself and then with my buddy DJ Damon. We had a lot of fun doing that. And of course, New Wave City is still going on as the monthly Verse virtual event until we can come back. Okay, I'm gonna close my poll window. We have one more video. Now, well, technically we have two more videos, but this one is another somewhat of another friend's video. So I'll introduce a little bit. There is a group of friends that we get together every Sunday afternoon that formally is called the DJ Roundtable. I call it the Music Nerd Chat. So I asked them to prepare a video, which I had to take out the terrible parts, but I left enough in. So Anna, go ahead and play the DJ Roundtables video. Oh boy, come on, guys.
Yes, it's recording. I don't know if you guys got to say yes that it's okay to record.
You'll be hearing from our lawyers.
We're waiting for Steve to come in a little bit. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty clear these past few months on our Zoom roundtable that Steve is the biggest blowhard and takes up the most time.
I can't believe how he can find like one newspaper clipping and that turns into a 45-minute story. That's really where we just got to draw the line on that kind of shit.
Maybe we could have, the presidential debate moderator come in and just push the off button, like give him just 2 minutes and then, or maybe some kind of algorithm where like if enough people's eyes roll, it shuts them off. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys joining me here for the airing of grievances.
His personality characteristics that have caused problems in these sessions.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, I think this is good for you to call this meeting. So how do we get rid of Steve? What can we do?
Yeah.
Is there a way we can discourage him from showing up every week?
Well, I mean, we all love the guy like a brother, but honestly, the complaints that are coming in now, I don't know if we can keep going with him.
Well, we learned that, a coup is certainly an option.
We'll see. I'm bidding on Nancy Pelosi's gavel right now. It's on eBay. Maybe we can use that. Dr. Grenner, do you think this could be you think you could prescribe something to keep him focused? Because he really wanders in class.
I think it comes in 750 ml bottles.
I can't believe he's turning 70. He looks good.
He looks good. He does look good. I'm no mathematician, but that's a big number.
I think he dyes his hair, despite what he says.
But seriously, folks, we've all known Steve for a while. I've been working with him on DJ projects since the 90s. We've been through thick and thin for a long time, and I'm looking forward to these continued antics as soon as we start getting back to normal. So happy birthday to a great guy, and best wishes for many more happy birthdays.
Didn't really start to get to know Steve until late 90s or maybe the early 2000s. Watching him over the years, he's been through some of the same rough patches that I've been through in my life. And he's kept his attitude in his head, and he always shows up, and he's just a great guy about it. Watching him and listening to him has helped me. And I'm really glad for this time that we all take together. Learning a ton about music from him is actually a ton of fun. Nearly as much fun as slamming on the dance floor. So happy birthday, Steve. Really glad you pointed out that I was noticeable, and that we've been able to chat and talk and have a good time all these years. Oh, you know, I realized Steve was the first guy to buy me a skirt.
So I know you least of all, Steve. I've really only gotten to know you all that well, to whatever extent you can, over Zoom, just through these meetings over COVID. So, but it's been great learning from you and hearing about a lot of things I didn't know about. And, you have awesome stories about all sorts of cool things you've done. And I'm incredibly jealous of most of those things. I look forward to spending more time with you in real life going forward. Very happy birthday. I've learned a lot from you, and I hope to really get to know you better in real life. So very happy 60th birthday, and good health to you going forward.
Happy birthday, man. You're a great guy. You've made my life better, our lives better, a lot of fun. I just love your energy, your passion for life, and you're always up for something. All the best, and you're a great guy, and we love you.
Shall we torture him with a rendition of Happy Birthday?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. Here's your chance to join in and sing Happy Birthday if you're ready for this.
Hey, David.
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Lord, you guys.
Happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you.
Excellent. I think we've succeeded in producing something that cannot be fixed in post-production.
And should be destroyed immediately.
Is there a little toilet icon here in Zoom?
Yeah,
right.
Can we flush that? Yeah, I'm gonna miss him.
Pour one out.
Wait, I mean, no. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
All right. As you can see, we have a lot of fun on Sunday afternoons. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that's the best happy birthday that I'm going to get sung to me. You may know that you can't really sing in unison in Zoom, and they kind of took that one to its limit. But they have a lot of fun at my expense, but I had the last laugh on them. So I did cut out a number of times in that video. They made fun of me for my recent tribute to Mac Davis, and particularly Mac Davis in connection to Elvis Presley. So, it actually was a good theme, but now here they are now bona fide members of the Mac Davis fan club with these t-shirts that I made for them with Mac Davis with his shirt off on the cover of People magazine on a shirt on their chests. So anyway, we have a lot of fun together, and that was just yesterday. they got to debut their shirts for me. I see some of you on there. They are, JP. So anyway, look, you know, during pandemic, you got to do these things to keep yourself sane. And we have our own little comedy show on Sunday afternoons while we're talking about music. So thanks to the DJ Roundtable. So I do have one more video. So we're going to go back in time again, back 10 years to my 50th birthday. This video is a little speech that I made to the gathering there that still has a lot of relevance right now. So we're going to hear the video of me at my 50th party and then follow that up with some more words and open mic.
Everybody responding to my plea to come out and celebrate my half century. And a lot of people from different walks of my life, a lot of people I see frequently, a lot of people I haven't. So that's all great, and I hope that there's a little chance for intermingling. And it was fun to think back on them, and as well with Anna to go through all these pictures. We're going to put the slideshow back up in a minute here so that you can view that and the incredible collage back there of all these photos from all during my life of 50 years. So along with that, some particularly thank yous. So particular that my parents made it here, Maurice and Louise. There's my dad, and my mom's around somewhere. So that's it. Whether or not you guys made it, you were definitely going to get a big thank you, because of course they're why I'm here. But you know, they gave me a great childhood, and through my adult life, they've been wonderful and supportive. And they live in Fremont, so it's great to be so close to see them. Yeah. We love you. Louise Indig. Big time. And then, you know, as well as when I both made the list and some of the pictures, a few of my just particularly best friends, that some of which I knew were going to be here. But fortunately, Dan Trump is here, who's been about my longest, he is my longest friend since we moved to California. Anybody that knew in New York State, I don't know anymore. And Dan's here in San Francisco and is still a great friend. And then in particular over the years, who's not here, Dave Madden was a great friend that moved to Australia, and I'm going to make sure to tell him that I mentioned him here today. Also my friend Mike Berman, who's in Santa Barbara and who hoped to come up, but he had a boogie boarding accident last weekend, so he didn't make it. And Patrick McDonald, DJ Moonshine, my wonderful current friends. And my wonderful girlfriend, Anna, who's right here in front of me. Yes, and Anna, at some point this year, said, I gotta have a big party for my 50th, and that's when we kind of talked about maybe having the band reunion and then doing whatever else that we turned out to be doing what we're doing here. So Anna was big instrumental in like encouraging me to do it, and a lot of things that are going on here in the slideshow. She made that wonderful collage back there, and thank you, Anna. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So also somebody that is, well, I guess still probably the most important person in my life that keeps me young, because she's young. She's 7 years old. My daughter Kai. Thank you to my daughter Kai for being a sweet girl. Yes, some of her friends are here, which is totally cool. I know, besides Dan, so let's see, besides Dan and my family, and my brother Bob and his wife Anna are here, they're over there as well. So, I don't know, I had something about trying to figure out how long, to raise your hand, how long you knew me. I don't know, can I do that? Yeah. So let's see, who in the room knew me before 1985? Okay, yeah, there's only a few. Thanks, Joanne. Who knew me before 1990? Yeah. Well, you can still raise your hand, I guess. Who knew me before 2000? Yeah, most of you guys. So is this guy Mark here that I met last week? Are you here, Mark? That was part of my joke, was the person that came to my party that I've known the shortest time. I met him last week. He wanted to come to my party, so he should meet my parents, because they're on both ends. Anyway.
And there's the video from 10 years ago. So that still kind of means a lot to me. You know, the people that I mentioned there and a couple others that I might mention now still mean a lot to me. There's definitely been some changes since then. 7-year-old daughter Kai is now 17. Girlfriend Anna is now wife Anna. You know, it was great to have my parents there. They're gone now, but I always enjoy every thought and memory that I have about them. You know, the people that I mentioned there that are other people that are still important, my really good friend Dan and his wife Lynn, my friend Mike Berman, a couple others that you know, got another guy that I know from college that I talked to a lot, Miles Richmond. I think you're on tonight. Thank you, Miles. Another friend that has been true blue over the years. My friend Dave Oliverio is gone now, but I have a really good time with the Dave Oliverio Cocktail Hour group that we get together in his honor. So, and I hope that everybody's doing things like that to kind of stay connected to people, you know, phone calls, have Zoom meetings, whatever they are. It's definitely worthwhile in this time. So let's see. Oh, and other thank yous. So some other thank yous I wanted to make sure to mention. So all those important people, you know, my family, I mean, Anna, back and forth, many thank yous. As I said, she's down the hall helping me produce this. And including in family, I have a lot of new to me cousins, and I don't know if there are any that still made it on tonight, but I've appreciated meeting some more distant cousins. I mean, Bob, Miles, Smokey, you're not exactly new to me. We've known each other for a long time, but others that are similar, children of my parents' cousins that I've been more in touch with. My colleagues and clients, and you know, I had my old boss, Bill Anise, do his video, and people that I've known through work have, you know, been a big part of my life. And I've still had some clients during pandemic, and I really appreciate that. And my colleagues in the marketing scene and the film community and all that. All my friends along the journey, so many of you that are here. And it's interesting with things like New Wave City, just throwing this nightclub party and becoming friends with so many people that mean something to me and that are special people. And I have to give a little shout out to, I think she's still on, is Michelle. What is sweet, so sweet that she lived close to where my mom was in senior assisted living and became a new friend to her of coming to visit her with her kids. And just, you know, thank you, Michelle. And people like that I've kind of come across with from, you know, throwing a nightclub party and DJing and going out drinking. And then we could become such good friends with people. So thank you to all of you to being here. So we're going to open the mic or invite you to unmute. And I don't know how this is going to go, but do whatever you want. Like give me crap, chat with each other. Let's open it up for a little while. And I don't know what you want to do, Anna, if you want to come in here. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Happy birthday, Steve.
Thank you.
I was thinking 10 years ago, your parents were at your party. Tony Valerio was there. I was thinking 10 years ago,
Yep.
your parents were at your party. Tony Valerio was there. I was thinking 10 years ago.
Oh, live picture of the big kahuna.
So real happy birthday, Steve. It's good to see you. And it is the Hank that I thought it was.
There you go. Hey, Brian.
How are you, man?
Good,
Hello, man.
good.
Hey, Brian, nice to see you, man.
I was telling someone, Linda, well, I think it's even longer. It's only been probably 25 years since I've seen you, Hank.
Oh, man.
When we were in grade school, remember that? Miss Anna, on third grade teacher, she was pretty tough on me.
I think your memory is a little foggy, buddy. You know, DJing at the I-Beam was rough on a lot of us.
Yeah, no kidding. Who did that? Steve, that's it. Steve, the first, it wasn't New Wave City, it was the I-Beam reunion. I remember now. I was at that. Good show. Good party, Steve.
Yes, you certainly were. Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could.
The first one, we needed a name. Nobody knew us. Nobody.
That's true. That's true.
Nobody gave a crap about us. But oh, DJ Brian Raffi, wow, cool.
Brian was the name. He was the man that day. I remember it was really good show. That was magical. That first one.
That was a
It
good,
was.
good set that night, and I don't think I passed out either. Did I?
Yes, you did. You did pass out.
Don't ever.
Yes, you did.
Everyone that knows Paul knows never to listen to him.
Did you roofie him, Paul?
No, no. I roofied him. I roofied Steve. That was it.
I danced all night as usual.
Yeah.
I'm curious, how many
danced
of you
for
know
Alan.
from that era? I just from the I-beam area. How many of you here?
Wasn't smart
Here.
enough to be here then.
I went to one New Wave City at the IBM.
See you.
We were New Wave City.
Yeah.
82.
We're old wave.
Old wave. We're the old waves.
We're geriatric wave.
Steve, I just want to interject here. Here's Will. He wishing you a happy birthday. He was there 10 years ago playing for you.
Yeah.
Sure was. He
Hi.
sure was.
Hi, hi, everybody.
Good to see you, Will.
Yeah, too bad I can't get back up on stage and do some more descendants with you.
Android,
Steve,
right?
Hey, Steve, it's Dulcie. How does that coconut stout
Oh
taste?
man, it's
Coconut
sweet.
stout. That sounds
This
great.
is I hope you saw my email later. As
I
said
did.
as I said to Dulcie, we're trying not to drink a lot of beer, so we basically don't buy it. But I was just saying yesterday, I think like on the day of my birthday, I'd like to have some beer, maybe a nice like rich beer. And the birthday package from Dulcie included some Maui Brewing Company, including this lovely coconut porter. So I got my wish without having to go to the store.
Nice.
Thank
Wonderful.
you, Dulcie, and all
You're
the
very
other-
welcome. Love
Yeah.
you. Happy birthday,
Thank you.
dude.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday, Steve, from San Diego.
Karen, cousin
Hi.
Karen.
How are you?
Hi,
I
good.
think Doreen's on too. We're not together tonight. Doreen, are you there? She's
I'm
probably
here. I
unmuted.
was just typing something in the chat.
Well, I would be typing in the chat, but I'm not sure how to do it on my pad. So we want to wish you a happy birthday. Hi, Bob. How are you?
Happy
Thank-
birthday, Steve. Love
Thank
you.
you. You're
Happy birthday. Hope you have a great birthday. This was a great party, and I'm so glad we got to be a part of it. Thank you
yeah,
so much.
sure were. Your video was
Happy
super,
birthday.
thank you. Your video was super cute. Love you guys. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. Come down to San Diego. You can house hop.
I'll be
House hop,
there on
you
the
know?
I'll be on the beach. I'll be there on the beach with you.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Hey, Steve, happy birthday from Seattle, rainy Seattle. Welcome
Yeah, there you are,
to
Al.
the Golf Club. I just want to say thanks for the invite. It's a great party. Thanks for the musical entertainment. And if I can ask a favor, if you can send me the information on the PayPal for each of the performers, I really would like to follow up on that.
You got it.
But
Well,
I just want to say happy birthday, and I appreciate you, appreciate your vibe. Really enjoy you hanging out on the Dave Oliverio cocktail hour over the week, and it was a great party. Thanks.
Thanks, Al. Hey, and if I'm not sure if you registered for the Eventbrite, but I will send a follow-up email to everybody with the thanks and all the information for the performers. But
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you signed up for that,
I
yeah.
did, and I will.
So cool. So yeah, again, all the performers will appreciate any financial enthusiasm, as I've heard one of our guests say. Yeah, I know not everybody's able, and when you go online and you enjoy entertainment, that's a good distraction for you. And if you don't have the budget, it's understandable. But if you do, that certainly helps them out because they're trying to make a go of it.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
would
Al.
love it if you would send that
Yeah.
out as well to me, Steve.
Okay,
with
Brian.
Performers and what's going on here.
I know how to reach you. You can't get away.
I know. I try.
Brian, sorry, I'm not finding what you're doing entertaining. Sorry.
But I haven't done anything for years. Oh, I get it. Thanks. Let me get in touch with this guy too, Steve. I'll pay you money because he owes me money. You can get a piece.
Hey, Dad. Dad.
Oh, that's my daughter.
Can you open the door? I'm raining.
My daughter's at my door.
Oh,
Come
you
on,
open
yourselves.
the door.
Talk amongst yourselves.
She doesn't get keys?
No.
And now here's our chance to talk about Steve.
You can't trust
Yeah.
him. You can't.
We were
trust
so
him.
censored. We so got censored.
Oh yeah, you can't talk about Steve. He'll cut you out.
They muted me. I don't know.
bastard.
Kai's here.
Hello.
I hope I spelled everybody's Venmo right, but if I didn't,
Yeah, I better get my $10 for showing up.
I recognize that voice anyway. Where? Anyway. How are you, Andy?
Hey, Brian. Pretty good.
You were absolutely right about that not being salvageable. I just want to just to reiterate that.
It was that was like 3 takes that it took to make sure.
I did blame it on Zoom lag.
Yeah.
Rather than being off pitch and out of key.
Yep.
Pitch? E? What's that?
I got a barking dog because we got a new guest here.
Hi.
Hey, here's Kai.
Oh,
because I like carrot cake.
Oh, there you go. Rubicon,
Carrot cake
nice.
has just arrived, but you don't like carrot cake.
I do not.
No, so more for me.
Unbelievable, Steve. This was amazing. Thank you. And entertainers, all of you, much.
Yep.
Awesome.
Totally.
Honored to do this, and to be able to, click over friendship, click over music. I'm not talking like clicking like this, but that we're still finding a way to do that. And I always have believed that a person is a reflection of their friends. And a lot of you I don't know, but I can get the vibe right off the bat, and your love for Steve. And to see and feel that is a beautiful thing, because we're isolated, but we're not alone. And this is a good reminder of that. And so, Steve, that that you have had a party here with really good people who care about you, who care about the arts, who are genuine. I'm just learning more about you, and professionally you're always A1, and personally you're A1 as well. Now I'm just seeing these more videos and hearing from your friends and family. It's awesome, man. This is just a celebration of not only today, but 60 years leading up to today, of how you live your life and those who you keep around you. And this Cajun buddy, he's 82, he's hanging out with Andrew Carriere, and he says, "Man, you ain't old till you're cold." And Steve, you are hot, man. You got it going on. So, yeah, man, just keep the heat and keep the light going, brother.
Thank you so much, Mitch. You're a sweet guy. Appreciate that. Thank you. And in addition to an incredible talent.
Well said.
The thing I learned tonight, Steve.
Yeah.
That next time we are on stage together doing that Elvis thing, you're going to sing an Elvis song with us.
I second that.
That was the plan.
I think we need Steve up there, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't quite know what an incendiary frontman you are. You're like holding out on us, man. You're supporting all us.
Let's put him up there with Jello.
Speaking of
Totally.
frontman, our very first gig was at Steve's house, and we had this massive party. We literally lasted 3 songs because the cops came. But by the second song, Steve started taking his clothes off, and he was taking his shirt off, and the rest of the band were like looking at each other like, "What the hell's he doing?"
Wait, Paul,
He would have been naked if it weren't for the cops.
Did I miss the Ding City? Wasn't there supposed to be a Ding City performance? Did I miss it?
Well, I played the audio. I played audio during the pre-show. It wasn't.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
it
I
wasn't a
came
full
on it.
video.
I came on and read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I missed the pre-show. Can we get a copy of that?
No, you snooze, you lose.
They shan't work together again.
There's a little clip on YouTube because the video does exist. But hey, back to the Elvis show. I forgot to mention as we wrapped up when we were talking about our Elvis parties, that one of my birthday presents is now an actual gold charm of the TCB Elvis logo. So, when we were at Graceland, we looked at their fine jewelry counter, and, instead of buying something there, I just got like a $10, $12 item. So now I'm solid gold, baby. Solid gold TCB with a flash.
You need to go online and find the TCB thing that Elvis gave to Mac Davis in the 70s, right?
Maybe it's on eBay.
right?
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you, Steve, for not giving me a Mac Davis shirt. Really.
Yeah.
From the bottom of my heart.
Right. How come you never play Mark Davis when you're DJing?
Why didn't I?
Yeah.
I think I just answered that question, Hank.
Well, I still have the template ready. I can customize anybody's name and make some more.
So Steve, speaking of that TCB, in my office, I have the TCB thing you gave me.
Nice. Yeah, the scarf. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So you know, I look at it all the time. I know it's kind of hard to tell from the cell phone picture, but I just wanted to show that to you.
Thank you.
That I
Cool.
still got that up there from the Elvis show we did, man.
Yep, straight from Memphis before we did that that first show.
I have mine too. I have mine. Thank you.
All right. Well.
You
All
know,
right, folks.
Steve, you know, Mitch is the closest thing we have to Elvis Presley in the band.
So I'm going to contribute one more story before you try and end.
Oh, good.
I'm another cousin. I think Steve has like
So many cousins.
1,000 cousins.
So many
So Steve's grandmother and Bob Miles' grandmother and my grandmother were all sisters. These three little like 4'7" munchkins. And I met Steve December of 82 or January of 83 when I came to California from New York to visit for 3 weeks and never left. And my parents would always tell me wherever I was traveling, oh, you have family somewhere, and gave me a phone number. So I called his father, and Steve came from the city out to Fremont to meet me. And then the next day took me around San Francisco on his scooter, showing me the city. And we just had this immediate connection, and strangely, these parallel lives growing up on opposite coasts and not meeting till we were 20, 21. As far as producing events, both of our events have been around the same number of years, doing publicity, doing radio, doing advertising. So there's something in the blood. And he's a mensch. Glad to have you as a family.
Thanks, Lisa. I love you.
Love you too.
So yeah, we both have events that have their anniversary that started in the same year. So New Wave City had our 28-year anniversary in August, and Lisa produces Kung Pao Kosher Comedy that now has also had its 28-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I saw Henny Youngman's last performance there as one of
1997.
What Kung
Mazel
Pao
tov.
events
Thank
that
you.
I've gone to over the years. Wow, that's interesting. I would have never put those things together.
Yeah, so we have so many mutual friends because our worlds are completely intersected with each other. So it's funny. It's like we're family, but we didn't know each other until we were 20-ish.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, not funny, ha ha.
What's that?
We all knew that. Interesting, funny.
All right, folks. We're 15 minutes past closing time.
Are you ending? Or
I see the bar manager is giving me.
Was
the
there a
signal.
last call?
Was there last call?
Happy birthday, Steve.
Where's the after party?
Happy birthday, Steve.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Happy birthday.
That was really fun sharing this with you. Loved all the musicians. It means a lot more to share it with you guys. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Steve.
Bye. Happy
Okay.
birthday.
Good night, everybody.
Right.
Be safe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Tell us about everyone's
Happy
gigs
birthday,
also. I want to see
Steve.
those shows.
We all love you.
Thanks, Sharon. All right, I'm closing it out. Good night, everybody.
No, no,
Bye,
no, we're not
Anna. Great
leaving.
job.
Bye.
Great job.
Yay.
Good job, Anna.
Thank you.
Bye, Bob.
Send us the links. Send us all the links.
Happy birthday. Thank you, Steve and Anna.
Bye.
Happy birthday, buddy. Thank you, Anna, for your work.
You got the floor, Sharon. I haven't ended it.
Hey, baby. That Mercedes Benz, right? Those are the two I got.
All right, kids. Have a good night.
Take care, lady.
Bye.
Thank you for your work, Anna. That was beautiful.
Love you guys.